We're the heroes of the realm tonight, blazing swords and hearts alight. Monsters quake when we take a stand. We'll save the land with our own two hands. The Goblin King laughs from his iron throne, but his fear will grow when he's all alone. We've got courage and spades and the will to fight. This is our world, and we'll set it right.
Okay. Last time on Ash and Steel Tales from the Shalelands, the party had their first encounter with the Shalelands goblins. Upon arriving to the Alabaster City, they met some of the locals, found themselves in the Alabaster Adventure Association, met a particularly interesting woman by the name of Evie Spells, who was looking for an already established party for an adventure she had just requisitioned from the Adventuring Association. And you guys picked up that adventure, but had some time in between when that needed to, or that would begin. And so you picked up a small day adventure going out and helping a farm nearby with some daily chores. But sadly, you ran into an ambush. Goblins came out of the woods and attacked the farmer as he was coming to meet the adventurers who may be signing up for the quest that he propositioned. Sadly, you didn't save him, but you did return his body to the farm and were rewarded with a completed adventure and some money and helped kind of bury the gentleman you had found. You guys stayed the evening there and returned to the Alabaster City with a few hours to spare before you head out on your next adventure, which I believe it was actually going to count for two because there's two parts of this adventure, which was getting Evie and her caravan to Shadesfield and going with her on exploring ruins or an area that she needs to explore. With a few hours left, I guess you guys re-equipped, maybe get food, and do all these things, and you meet up with a caravan out front of the Alabaster City, headed onto what is called the Alabaster Highway, which you found out from the locals is one of the only safe routes through the parts of the Shalelands that have been explored and established. Evie is not there, but the dwarf gentleman that she told you to meet with the caravan of supplies is. His name is Grim. Um, and he is exactly what you know from a dwarf and everything before, and he greets you warmly. He goes, you're the adventurers that Miss Evie has coming with us?
That we are, Grim. I am Declan Ravenspear. This is Tomahawk Scout, Dagonoff, and Simon Castor, our
Hi.
party leader.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. All right. Well, it's me. That's Lodi, and well, we call that one Frack. And you look over, and the other one's another dwarf, kind of disheveled, and he's got a human. His Frack, and this guy just kind of nods at you. He's maybe just about 6 feet tall, kind of a burly guy, but looks kind of dumb. Doesn't seem to speak anything, but he is loading all the heavy things. There are 3 wagons.
Frack is the 6 foot.
Yeah, Frack.
Okay.
You guys will be on the last wagon there. Shadesfield is, well, if we don't run into any sliding shale, probably take us a better part of 3 days, maybe 4 to get there. If we get into any weather. Yeah. I think Miss Evie headed out last night. She'll probably be there when we get there. She does that a lot.
Why would she go off on her own?
It, she gets excited, kid, and can only travel so fast with the carts, and yeah, I don't know. It's just she just left a message that she had already headed out to meet with your party here, and take you to Shadesfield, and we'd either meet her on the road or we'd meet her there. I don't know.
I swear to the gods, if we have to rescue her.
He kind of smirks. Rescue Miss Evie? Well, maybe. Yeah, I guess if there's goblins on the roads, and hopefully it doesn't come to that. And you see he's picking up his stuff, and he throws his stuff in the front of the first caravan, and he's got a big axe with him. He goes, I haven't had to use this thing lately, but yeah, a little out of practice. I could use a head or two to swing at.
I get that, and I take out my spear and just kind of spin it around.
Nice. What rank are you guys?
Steele.
Yeah.
I show him the tag / bag.
Nice. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of kind of newbie adventurers are heading out from the city here. Somebody in the rumblings was saying there was some sort of invitation or something sent out.
Yeah, I take it you don't know anything about that.
Not really. Every now and again I post a job for guards or something, or if I hear about a goblin nest, I'll report it. But for the most part, I don't really know much about being an adventurer.
Could have fooled me. I'm looking over at his axe.
Well, you don't have to be an adventurer to know how to swing a weapon, kid.
True enough. And I'll just kind of spin my tomahawks on my finger.
Well, anyway, unless you guys need anything, we can head out.
Sounds good to me.
No, I'm ready to meet up with Evie.
What do you think, oh fearless leader?
Yeah, no, I think we got everything. You said the third cart was ours? Yep, okay. And he walks over and just jumps in the cart.
He's very eager.
Yeah, I can see that. It was a strange one. All right. Yeah, unless something stops us on the road, just keep your eye out for goblins. I've heard there's some bandits or runners, but nobody I know has seen anything like that, so I have a feeling that's just hearsay.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. And we are going to start making long distance movement checks. So, yes, there should be a skill for you. Just long distance movement.
Long distance movement. There we are. Ew.
And we are just going to make 2 per day, mostly because I don't want to have to do the math this book says to do the math for. It's just
understandable. I'm really starting to hate it out here. It's hot, and everything keeps sucking. It sucks. I just want a tree.
Yeah, just a glimpse of what math I don't want to do. On a maintained road, this multiplies out by 1,200 to 1,400 times their movement speed in meters. Okay, let's just say half day, shall we? Yeah, so I will say with those checks, first part of the trek, pretty easy. Again, you're on a somewhat cobblestone paved, not paved in it's any type of stone, but it is worn away, and it looks like maybe at one point there was some sort of carving of the road or something. Like you can tell that it was intentionally made. And yeah, the first half of the first day goes pretty uneventfully. Go ahead and make another set of long distance.
All right.
Oh gosh, what is it about this road? I feel like everything's shifting.
It's because you're a dark elf.
Okay.
Everything seems kind of fine to me. I actually enjoy this movement.
All right.
Just like in the back of the wagon, throwing my
Mr.
tomahawks into the bed of the wagon and then picking them back out and throwing them back down. Just like whining the whole time.
Tomahawk, will you just make me a luck check? Maybe under that checks area.
Oh god.
You kind of are taking your turn, steering and guiding the cart there, and about 6-7 o'clock maybe in the evening, as Grim has said, hey, we're gonna start looking, we've got a little pull off not too far to camp out. All of a sudden your cart jerks and a wheel falls off or damages, and you kind of come sliding to a spot here.
Oh no. I must have hit one of those potholes back there.
If you will mark a box of fatigue, sir, as you have to spend an hour or so fixing this wheel, and it definitely tires you out.
Do you want me to mark up the attrition track too?
No. So these things are so fatigue and attrition are both separate, which can be dangerous if you fail these travel rolls and something happens.
Okay. I get back up in the wagon after I'm done.
People did this back before, cities and stuff.
I guess so.
Yeah, you guys really seem to be enjoying this.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Good road.
Yeah,
Very sturdy.
I noticed you guys were up here on top of the wagon as I was lifting it up and putting the wheel back on. That was real nice. Thanks a lot.
Well, you didn't ask us to get off.
Well,
You were also throwing your tomahawks at the thing, so
that's because I was mad because nobody was helping me. I shouldn't have to ask. You know what? Pride goeth before the fall, I suppose.
is the fall the wheel?
I guess so.
I mean, I suppose in this
no.
instance. I don't know. All I know is I'm about to pass out and fall on the ground.
I pick up Tomahawk and put him on the carriage or whatever thing is called.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
Mush. Is that what I say?
Sure.
So you suffer fatigue, right?
You will suffer fatigue, and
Oh, does everybody
Since-
suffer fatigue?
no, just you on this
Oh,
one
okay.
because you failed the roll there. And then I was just double checking on the recovering from fatigue. Specifies a comfortable location, which this is not. So until you get to a comfortable location, cannot rest. Accumulate. And a comfortable location will effectively be in a house or something of that nature, not on the road.
Is he allowed to eat while we're riding to
Yeah,
recover?
you can. Yeah, you can eat, recover some as well if you would like.
Let's
but-
see.
That evening, no, Dagonoth, just roll me. You'll have to do this probably manually because it's not going to be a check. It's just going to be a dice roll. A D100. If you
Oh wait, I think eating only lowers attrition. Yeah, eating only lowers attrition, not fatigue.
84. Okay. The night goes uneventful. Guys camp for the evening. Tomahawk, you are tired from having to fix the cart on the travels to Shadesfield. Is there anything you would like to do at camp that evening?
I would like to look around the area and see if I see anything out of the not like ordinary that because I wouldn't know the area, but anything that would look weird compared to what I would think it would look supposed to look like. Like if there's any tracks or anything that could possibly ambush us in the night.
Looking
Or
for
I am
looking for any danger kind of thing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an observe roll. No, you see some animal tracks, maybe some deer, maybe a wild boar track, something of that nature, but no goblin tracks, regular traffic from the road, but
Mhm.
nothing you would suspect could bring any danger.
Okay.
I'm
Doesn't
just
look like anything.
I'm
Like
just kind of
to
tending to the fire the entire time, and I imagine like the animation has got like the big black or blue circles under my eyes. My eyes are like halfway down my face as I'm just like so tired,
I would
and I'm
actually
doing
like
nothing.
to attempt to cook the scaly fish I have with some of my spices and seasonings.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what too. If you succeed on this, I will allow, and if Tomahawk partakes in this food, I will allow him to regain that fatigue back. But with cooking,
No, because it was
cooking.
that's not an actual.
Yeah.
I have it's cooking check because I know I have a general skill of cooking check or
Yeah.
cooking
So
staff.
we'll just.
I can roll the cooking on here if you like.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Oh, it's asking me to intelligence or technique for first, and then secondary is either focus, endurance, or reflex.
Let's do technique and focus. All right, so 17 because it's still taking that.
Well,
weird.
no, I took care of it. It's
Oh yeah,
14.
you added that. Yeah, you did. All right. With a 14, it's not going to quite be good enough to be such a refreshing meal that it gets rid of any fatigue your characters might have. But it is not bad. You notice it is definitely tough to cut, and it is tough to prepare, which is maybe why you felt like you didn't quite get enough out of it, because there was quite a bit of waste. It's your first time cooking this. Yeah, you guys have a lovely fish meal that evening.
Sorry, guys. It's those scaled fish I got off that fisherman. He said they'd be a little tough, but at least we enjoy some sort of meal.
Tastes fine to me.
Hey, you know what? I ate a bunch of these raw back in the old days.
I'm
So
gonna
this ain't so
look
bad.
over. I'm gonna look over at Tomahawk, and I'm gonna, as he's sitting down eating, I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder. Oh, wandering Camosaurus, with your rounded head, you still want us to die while running vitality, and I'll cast vitality on him.
What's that you say? Oh. Feel all tingly.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
That should cure his one.
Nice.
Sorry, I forgot to add a little spice on yours.
Oh. Well, thanks. And I gotta say, I'm not sure that I'm super comfortable with the way that you just made me feel. You know, like I have questions about myself now, but questions that I think are best left unanswered. All right.
And I just go back to eating and quickly stop talking.
Declan, roll me a 6th sense if you would.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right. I will be using the map we used last time, mostly because I just thought of this encounter, didn't have another map ready. So this wagon will be kind of your guys' little campsite. You are probably around this area where there's a little bit of fire and
Oh,
Someone got frack.
oh no.
Declan, you all of a sudden feel as if there is some things watching. This is kind of early in the morning. The next morning, you kind of look around, and there are these shadowy red eyes as the sun is coming up. And
So I'm awake. Up, I lost connection to server. Okay.
yeah, sometimes it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Foundry's been doing that all day to me.
All right. So I noticed this, right?
I'll
I
say
kind-
everybody is up, but you, as everybody's kind of like packing away the rest of the camp, you're the one who was kind of saying that you're on the lookout for things. When you turn us around, you just sort of notice there's a few wolves who are watching you guys pack up your camp. Or
So-
morning, sorry.
So I see these eyes watching. I pull out my spear and I go, everybody get ready.
Pull up my tomahawk.
What's going on?
We're being watched.
Everybody go ahead and roll me initiative. He started.
How do you do the click and move the screen around again?
To like
Right
right mouse click. It'll let you scoot around the map.
That's not bad. Up to now, my rolls have been pretty dog water.
It's okay, I forgive you. Where is initiative? There it is.
All the wolves go with the same initiative. Ease of things.
Initiative's like the only thing that doesn't like certain.
All right, Declan. You were the first one to notice. They don't seem to be moving in, but they do seem to be these rather large wolves. As you kind of do a peek around, you notice there are a total of 5 of them that seem to be watching you through the bushes.
Does one of these wolves look bigger than the other?
You don't notice an alpha.
Okay. Now, do I... Okay, sorry. I'm trying to explain. I see them, right? Do I see where they are or just their eyes? Because right now they're in, like, the bushes, so I can't really... I'm not going to, like, run into the bushes and get myself fucked.
So, you, as in on the battle map, the tokens represent where they are, and you can see where they are.
Okay.
They just, from your view, they just look like shadowy figures with red eyes. But you know where they are. It's not like they're blending into the scenery. You're just like, oh, that's a big wolf right there. He's standing in the shadows. He's kind of hard to see. And it looks about 5 of them kind of around your little camp area.
All right. Well, I am going to... I think I'm in within 5, right? It looks like I'm not. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I fucked something up. 8 meters. 7 meters. 7. Okay, so I'm going to... Yeah, can you just... Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm just going to set myself up, like, in between everybody. And prepare for something. Actually, I don't want to move yet.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to call forth my Valkyrie's javelin. Show us the pinnacle we must one day challenge. And I Valkyrie javelin, selfish wolf. Son of a bitch.
Ooh. Yeah, you try to summon the Valkyrie power, and for a moment, you feel you have it, but then it dissipates. As if maybe this isn't justice. You know, it's not quite where you should use your powers.
All right, and then I'm going to move because I can actually move within 5 feet when casting, but I have to cast before I move. Otherwise, I
Gotcha.
get a -4 to my cast. I think.
Okay.
And I'm prepared in a defensive stance, ready to fight.
Tomahawk.
Seeing that Declan has failed his roll, or failed to do what he was going to do, I'm just going to hop up on this wagon and stand as tall as I can and just shout, you know, you really don't want to mess with us. We've got all kinds of fire and weapons, and this fish is pretty bad. And I want to try to, if I can, attempt to dissuade them in some way from making an attack, or perhaps even get them to run off.
Roll me under checks. You'll see provoke. I'm going to use that in the same kind of like trying to scare them off. Type
Provoke. Okay.
dealio.
Not great.
You see me, you get up there and kind of act bigger than they are, and they do take a step or two back from kind of where they are. Anything else, Tomahawk?
I guess, was that my main action, I suppose?
Yeah.
Okay. If I like, forgive me if this is not like a mechanic. If I take some time to like aim or something, can I do I get like a bonus on another attack or something, or would that be like a main action type deal?
Been reading so many different tabletop games. Is there something like
Dude, I feel you.
aim ability, Biggles? Do you know?
I
Or
don't.
is that like a
remember.
feat? It's probably like a skill or something, right?
So I do know there is a free action for like knocking your weapon, like preparing your weapon, but that doesn't.
Okay.
There's, as far as I remember, there's no mechanic to hold your turn.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just narratively, I'll cock my tomahawk back, and I'll just aim at one of the wolves
You're
down
like
to the south.
you're like holding your elbow back, you know, like ready to let that thing fling.
Yeah, it's like Rookie of the Year, where my arm is just like twitching.
That's the word, and you fucking throw 99 as a fucking 13-year-old.
Right. Like Peter. All right. Okay. Simon's turn. He is do. He doesn't really have much either, but what he can walk over to Declan. Or no, he's actually gonna climb in the cart as well. Just be like, let me know if you need my boost spell, or anything. Those are really big wolves, Tomahawk.
Don't worry about it. We got him. It's not like we're heading straight towards their den.
Remembering the Liam Neeson movie.
Cypher.
Attempt to basically peacock I'm gonna actually use dragon skills. I'm gonna kind of boast up a little bit. Oh, durable and armored Alcasaria. Bestow upon my skills thine heavy protection. And I'm just gonna kind of look down at the ones that are just south of me and just kind of beef up a little bit.
All right.
Nice.
Is it a spell or anything? Is it more of a narrative?
It's a spell.
there we
Oh
go.
shit. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Wow.
What does this spell do?
It has
does
a
it.
modifier. I guess since the 21, it's a +4 to my armor score, but I don't know how it works with critical success.
I think it would probably say in the. I think it's just letting us know that it would be considered a crit. I haven't seen anything in spells that add multipliers to that. But so you get a +4 to your armor, and you become covered in scales effectively.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? Roll me a provoke as well, since it seems that you guys are trying to scare off these wolves at first. I will allow your little power up there to maybe affect them. Kind of that primal beast way.
I like it.
Again, they back up, but they don't seem to tuck tail and run. It is the wolf's turn. Open up.
Okay, just for verification, there is no like prep thing. There is no prep skill or hold off. You can move yourself down in the turnover order, I believe, but that's like a question thing.
That's a discretion thing, right?
Yeah. It has to be like you can't change to go after them, but you can go change to go below your teammates.
Okay, all of the wolves move out of the forest and sort of towards your camp. And Declan, the one sort of walks up to you and is within a foot or so of you and is sniffing the air around you. Same with you, Dagonoff. This one sort of walks up to you and starts sniffing the air around you. And both of them look at the campfire with the remnants of the food. The other three seem to do the same thing to the cart. They are keeping an eye on you, and these are huge wolves. They probably come up to, your waist, if not bigger, the backs of these wolves. But
Alright.
it is obvious they seem to be looking for food.
All right. So, in this situation, because only I did something, are you going to let them not have attrition, and I take the attrition, or?
I did something there. I cast
Yeah, he
Oh, I
did
get
something too. So there would be attrition at the bottom of the round here for everybody.
Okay, just double checking,
Yeah.
and then we'll have to reorder or re-roll everything.
Yes.
Okay. That attrition.
Roll a 1 again for these guys. Shit, I rolled a 1 for their initiative again.
That's perfect. Well, since I can't, I got a 7.
7.
You were
Okay.
actually.
I had to do it myself. He has to wipe the initiative. That's the only hard part about this, because whoever did it, he probably was just like, yeah, fuck that. I'm just going to have it one initiative the whole time.
7. Okay.
May I go first, Cypher? All right, because we can choose who
Need...
goes sevens.
Could we? Is this like a? Since we're the same, could we conversate on doing like a combo?
Yeah, that's no problem. Reroll for Simon. And Tomahawk, did you reroll your initiative?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Here we go.
2d6 if it won't let you roll it.
Yeah, you just roll 2d6 manually, unless
Okay.
you might have it. I don't think. Not on
Yeah,
this
I just clicked it. It wouldn't do it.
one. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so we're last.
Okay. Same. Okay. Simon is first on this initiative round. Are we doing something to the wolves here? I don't know if they're attacking, but they're starting to drool.
I think they're hungry. Just throw the fish at them.
Got it. You see Simon looks through the bag below you, Tomahawk, and pulls out like a hunk of like dried jerky and just wings it back into the forest. And he goes, "Is that probably good, Tomahawk, you think?"
Yeah, definitely.
And the three here, all of their heads turn. And Tomahawk, it's your turn.
Let's see. So these two are they're not being.
They're not being aggressive
Super
towards
aggressive yet?
you, no, but their like haunches are up, and they are, you could tell that if you made a move towards them, they might snap at you. These three right kind of in front of you, though, have
Mhm.
heads turned and are watching that piece of meat fly through the air that Simon tossed.
I don't want to kill the puppy.
He picks Simon and throws Simon. That's food. Just kidding.
Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Okay.
Throw food.
Could I do some sort of I don't know if this would apply, but I have a bonus. I have a biological knowledge adventure skill. I don't know if that would apply to animals. But basically it gives me a +1 bonus to torture, first aid, and general knowledge. Medicine and body. That probably wouldn't work then.
No, not on this.
Maybe survivalism is a general skill. I want to see if maybe like I can like determine the
Food they want.
the patterns of their behavior to see if maybe they might be they might turn aggressive, or if this is something where if we just kind of give them what they want, they'll just go on their way.
Roll me a monster knowledge.
Okay. And then let's see, intelligence focus, or would it be reflex?
We'll do intelligence focus.
Focus. Okay. And then am I allowed to add 2 from my survivalism skill? Or no?
No, not on this one.
Okay. Golly, dude.
Normal wolves, maybe. But these guys, you could tell there's a hint of intelligence behind their eyes. And right as you kind of go, well, they are acting strange for the wolves that you know about. You hear kind of this high-pitched, almost whistle, and coming charging kind of up above Cypher here is Grim and Frack. And Frack has this, like, whistling doohickey that he is kind of spinning around. You know those little wind spinner things that make that, like...
Yeah.
So it's like one of those. It's real high-pitched. And as he does that...
Repulsa. Or not Rita Repulsa, the girl from this
Uh,
Japanese movie. What was her
as
name?
they come running this way, the wolves look like they are going to run away. Unless anybody does anything specific, they will be chased off by the high-pitched noise.
I throw some food far away for them to get while they eat and run away.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll just sheathe my my tomahawk back in my belt.
Yeah, Grim and Frack come with these high-pitched whistling things and chase the wolves back into the forest. They do grab the chunks of meat as they run off. And Frack looks at you guys and goes, "Whoa, that was pretty close there. We saw a few more of them up by our caravan there, and luckily we had this thing. Just be careful.
What? Okay, that's pretty cool. Where'd you get that?
Oh, we bought him in Alabaster City. There's a I don't know. We call him the Tinkerer. He's a little tiny Rhea guy, and it's real weird. He's got a little robot that works for him too, and it's like his little. Yeah, it's like his little
What's a
butler.
robot?
It's a little it's like a small version of him made out of metal and scrap, and it can kind of talk. But he made these, and they work pretty well. The wolves out here in the Shalelands are, as you can see, bigger than maybe what you're used to, and there was about, well, including, how many did we scare off over here?
5?
I don't know, man. I think there was at least a dozen.
Well, total, yeah, we scared off 5 at least from the other parts, and we think that if they had an alpha with us, yeah, there's probably about 12 of them. We need to be really careful because they might follow us. This is not very dangerous.
This Tinkerer. Have we heard of the Tinkerer before?
It may have been, if you were asking around in the Adventure Association, like where to get gear. He may have been mentioned.
Okay.
So you probably knew that there was some crazy tinkerer guy in the middle city that a lot of adventurers go to.
Okay.
Well, let's pack up and get out of here, shall we?
Yeah. I've had plenty of this place.
Yeah, I'm not one for fighting wolves. But if we have to, I think we can take them, right, brother?
100%.
And if we have to, we can cook them.
Is there like a big tree branch I can break off, like almost like a palm tree size?
Yeah, I mean, you could get a big tree branch off a tree or something. Yeah, definitely. Even a small sapling almost too.
Are we going to try to play fetch?
I'm gonna start to take some of our tracks off the road as we're
That is
gathering.
very tough to do because you are traveling in wagons, and there is just a heavily trafficked area. But yeah, you can spend a little bit of time at least attempting to maybe hide tracks a little bit.
Well, I think that's why he wants
Well,
the big thing. So when
yeah.
we're on it, he's at the back just going like this the whole time.
Yeah, it's still gonna be tough again. It's a wagon
Yeah.
and it's road, but
I was saying to do that while I was doing that, I wanted to force some of my spices down in the area to kind of make like a nice smelling scent in this one area.
Okay. Yeah, you do some of that. We'll see what that affects there, and I'll take our first set of long distance rolls for this day.
Not as bad. I'm getting used to it, but it still sucks out here.
Yeah, again, the first part of the day goes pretty uneventfully. You do pass another wagon headed into town, and Grim does kind of mention the wolves on the road, and you can see this guy's eyes kind of get big, and he goes, thanks for the heads up. I might just have to push through the day then. And he gets some news. The road that they just suffered a shift is what they call it, when the shales kind of move around, and it's almost like a landslide, but they can almost be predicted not too far up ahead. So he thinks that may have chased the wolves out of their den or something of that nature. Yeah, go ahead and do the second ones for the day.
There you go. That was better than mine.
Yeah. Well, I think that those trees, just seeing trees around, really refreshes the soul.
And by the end of that second day there, you are pretty much out onto the Shale Plateau. There are kind of like the screen here. It is flat and rocky as far as the eye can see. You can see that the road at one point has dips down into what looks to be maybe a canyon of some kind off in the distance, and you can see quite a bit of landscape ahead of you, plateaus and tall mesas and things like that. But the second day, rather uneventful. You've seen some traffic on this Alabaster Highway, but it does seem to starting to get less maintained as the further you get from the Alabaster City. That night also goes uneventful. Let's go ahead and roll for the beginning of the third day.
So we're getting sleep in between, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're carrying our attrition. So then
Yep.
I gotta be honest. I completely forgot that the attrition was a thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay, boss.
Okay.
That should give me back my spell use too. Yep. Boom. Sweet.
Yep. Cypher, can I get a? There we go. Perfect.
sorry, this is me user.
You're okay. With those rolls, you guys have made some great time on this third day. And Grimp passes the word that you will arrive at Shadesfield by the end of the day. And about partway through, you go down this road and you are in this humongous canyon. And you are following a small little river. And on both sides of you, as the day progresses, the canyon walls get taller and taller. And at a point, come around this curve, and now the canyon walls are 100 to 150 feet high, and the river has gotten good 20 feet or so across, and looks probably a good 5 to 6 feet deep. It's a good sized little river you guys are following, and you come around a corner, and on the far bank is a small little town. You see maybe a dozen buildings and some kind of scattered a little bit further down the canyon as well. And it is kind of the canyon looming, the cliff face looming over this small town. And Grim says, "Well, that's Shadesfields, gentlemen. We made it here pretty uneventfully, other than the wolves there. Which I'm not sure if they were following us or the meat you threw was good enough for them.
Yeah. Whatever you say. Where's Evie?
Well, if I know anything, she's probably at the tavern.
I'm just like keeping a sharp eye out for Evie.
There's a tavern in the canyon?
Well, Shadesfield has a tavern. I mean, that's the place you're gonna have to stay, unless you want to. And he points kind of to an area where you see some covered wagons and stuff. He's like, unless you want to stay over there in the wagons.
No. No, thank you.
I do have a picture of Shadesfield for you in the journal.
Yeah, it's like housing on the side of the cliffs
Mm-hmm.
and by water.
Okay, why did it not show screen there? Love Shadesfield for us here. Oopsie. Kick your butt. Hey. Stop. And as you guys enter the town of Shadesfield, that is where we are going to take a quick break.
Very nice.
Alrighty. We are back. And your group walks into Shadesfield. Kind of this sprawling, small little town around inside this huge canyon with these 100+ foot tall cliffs along this river. And you can tell that the main road seems to kind of follow the river a little bit, just kind of like in this photo. And you can see that there are a couple shops. There's a big building that looks like that is probably the tavern. But really not much else. Most of what's over there looks like empty warehouses and or maybe some residential. You can see some people going in and out of buildings, and Grim points to the big building and says, that'll be the tavern. That's probably where Evie is. If you're going to catch up with her.
That is exactly my intention, and I speed away to the tavern.
I guess we got to go with him.
And you get there, and there's a rudimentary wooden sign that looks as if somebody carved it with their hand that spells tavern. But it's missing a couple letters. It's Tavn, Tavern. And it's just kind of swinging in the wind, and there looks like there's a crudely carved mug maybe under the word. And
A fine establishment.
Simon goes, I mean, this is the only one here. It's an interesting sign. Okay, well, let's go in. And he walks towards the front door, opening. There's total 3 people in the tavern at the moment. Evie is sitting at the bar, talking to, well, you think it's a man. It's this big, burly, kind of huge, obese gentleman who gives out a guttural laugh as she seems to say something. And you see there, it looks like there's a teenager running around cleaning stuff. You guys open the door and everybody turns to you, and Evie goes, if it isn't my wonderful little adventurers, you made it. Great. Great.
I look at Simon, I'm like, little. I puff out my chest and like walk towards her.
I just kind of wave.
Oh, I didn't mean little in that way. You're just still so early in your adventuring days. That's what I meant.
Yeah, because we totally took care of like a dozen wolves up here. Anyway, it's good to see ya. Now, when do we get to work?
Well, I was just talking to Tim, the tavern owner here, and he's getting us all that we're gonna need. I'm not sure how long we're gonna be out there. He thinks he knows the runes that I'm talking about, or at least the rumors of them. And he says, if we're lucky, and the shales haven't shifted the area, we should be able to find it within a couple days.
Cool. Say, Tim the Tavern Man. You know what lives out there? Like, have you been there? Are we gonna fight anything?
Have I been out into the Shalelands? No. I built this tavern here, and I've been here ever since. But I do get adventurers that come around, and they tell me all kinds of things. And if Miss Evie here is what I think I know of what she's looking for, well, maybe where it used to be. You know, a lot of things shift in the Shalelands. Can't really be certain too much anymore. It should be north, kind of on the tail end of the canyon here. That's another day or two down the river, and then probably north a little bit from there. And there's a rock formation called the Dead Hand, and it should be somewhere around there, I think.
You think? Yeah. Fair enough.
And Evie looks over at you, Tomahawk, and kind of leans forward a little bit, her rosy cheeks and everything. She's got a half-empty goblet of some kind, and she goes, well, are you ready to go on this adventure, Mr. Tomahawk Scout?
Tomahawk is trying very hard to keep his eyes glued to hers. It says,
Yeah.
Simon cuts in and he steps up and goes, yeah, we're ready to go on this adventure with you, Mrs. Evie.
I'm just there still waving.
Yeah, what he said.
And I'll clap him on the back.
Well, when do we go? Can we go tomorrow? Is that when we're leaving? And he looks over at all of you and says, "If you are all ready to go, we could go tomorrow. Of course. I want to get into these ruins and find this artifact I've been searching for so long now, and maybe I'll even split the fortune with you if there's even more."
Methinks I like the sound of that. Could even pay for a wedding I'm hoping to have here sometime soon.
Tama, I didn't know you were getting married.
Well, if the gods are merciful.
Are there gods in this setting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the Earth Mother. There's all the dragon priests or the dragonkin gods or drakins as they're called in this one. There's the Earth Mother. There's Valkyrie. There's the Supreme God and the Trading God, which I don't know her name.
Yeah, if all of them look down on me with favor, even though I can't, cast all kinds of cool, crazy poison spells and make dragon scales and phalanx spears and things like that, I think that somebody,
And I'll look over at Evie.
will eventually come to their senses, right?
And she smirks at you and sort of runs her hand, caressingly across your cheek. Goes, "Not all of God's favors are in the form of spellcasting. Just remember that." She goes, "Well, if we're going to leave tomorrow, I think I'm going to need my much needed beauty sleep, and I leave you boys to it then." She gets up and walks away towards the staircase.
I imagine Tomahawk just kind of starts to follow, and Simon just grabs him by the hood and holds him back.
Oh, yeah, not yet.
I'm going to go to Tim and be like, "Can we bargain with you to maybe I'll help clean tonight and we can get a room for whatever work I do?"
Well, this place does need a good cleaning, and I could use. And he kind of mumbles to himself about a few things. And he goes, "I'll tell you what. If all four of you help clean, I'll give you the bunk room. It'll have enough room for all of you for 2 silver pieces total."
If I look around, do I see anything that might resemble, say, like a dartboard?
Yeah, you see some remnants of pub games. There's yeah, I'd say there's a dartboard on the wall. There seems to be some sort of cork board with it old and kind of holes all over the place for it. But yeah.
Say, Tim, we'll help you clean. But what say if I don't know, best you in a game of darts? Maybe we forego the 2 silver pieces.
I don't play games anymore, but my son, Junior over there, he's good at darts. I'll tell you what. If you beat him in a game of darts, free food, free dinner, free breakfast, free beer for the night.
That's an even better deal than I could have asked for. All right.
Okay. And he whistles, and Junior comes over, and all right, Junior, you're going to play this guy here in darts. Don't lose.
I'll look over at the other guys and be like,
You guys want to hop in on this action? You ever play darts? Oh, it's a good time. At least I think it is.
I've never played darts before,
They don't.
but I
those
don't.
throw things.
I don't gamble, so I can't get in on this wager that you guys had.
You can just play, for fun.
All right, I would like to play then.
All right. Well, how we're going to do this, we're going to do a handful of contested roles. Those who are playing for basically free food and free beer for the evening. We'll have you, everybody else could just be playing normally kind of thing. Not a big deal. This is going to be a technique and focus
Okay.
tested rolls. So whoever is going to use Simon's stats. I'm just going to use Simon's stats. They're pretty basic for Junior as well.
If we have a bonus to throwing weapons,
I would
can
say
we
that.
add-
I would say that would apply. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So my weapons are not darts, but I do have snipe, which grants me a +4 bonus to the hit check and power.
Is it pretty much for anything ranged? Is that...
It says, yeah, making a ranged attack with a bow or throwing weapon. My other bonus is specifically for axes, though.
Gotcha. Well, the snipe one can apply, and anything
Sweet.
else that is just a general throwing or ranged attack can also apply.
Okay. And you said technique focus?
Yeah, we'll do technique focus, and you can add those multipliers. We're gonna do best out of 3. All right.
I
Jeez.
still lost. I still lost.
Oh, are we still casting?
Let's see.
Or not casting, but rolling?
Yeah, so we're doing best out of
They were
3.
rolling? Oh,
Okay.
So
Best
effectively,
out of 3.
so I have rolled 13, 13, and a 12. So you gotta effectively beat 2 of those, which you guys do.
Oh, I did an
pretty-
intelligence focus by accident.
Okay, you want to reroll that for a technique focus.
16,
do it
and then
3
technique
total times?
focus.
Yeah, you guys won. I mean, it was
Okay.
I don't know who was betting, but Tomahawk definitely
Yeah.
won some free beer and free food for the night. And this kid
18, 16, 18, yeah.
isn't bad, you know? I mean, he's pretty solid shots there. And yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, your expertise is in those throwing of objects like that, you may have been a little bit closer. Everybody else got pretty much around the same.
Yeah. Well, it's a good game. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for playing. Now, I would like a beer, please.
He looks at you and puts his hand out to shake, and he goes, "Yeah, that was a good game. I haven't played darts with anybody this good in a long time.
How old are you?
13?
I can tell by the voice. I'll shake his hand.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
sure grow up fast, don't they?
And I'll look over at Tim.
and he sort of just nods with a smirk on his face, and he has a couple mugs out. And a couple minutes later, Junior comes out with a nice little like platter for the table. Got some fresh chicken and some cheese and bread and stuff like that. That's all fresh for you guys.
Nice.
Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do with your evening other than kind of eat and drink?
Clean and
Let's see. Evie went to bed. I played darts with Junior. I guess just eat and maybe help out around the thing so I can get cheaper lodging.
Okay. Yeah, you guys spend the rest of the evening kind of enjoying yourselves and helping clean up when time comes. Not much really happened that night. You've seen a couple people come through town, a couple locals, heard a little bit about Shadesfield itself. There is a general store, the Tavern, a blacksmith, and that's pretty much it. Most of the rest of it is either empty warehouses or residential stuff from just kind of people around who are hunters and stuff like that. So we'll do a little bit of a time hop, and in the morning, you guys come down to Evie in what looks to be more adventuring garb. She seems to be wearing kind of light leather armor that seems to be very form-fitting. She has a staff, or it looks like a walking stick, in one hand, and she does actually have a sword, a short sword, to her side with a pack of other things. And she looks at you all and says, "Well, good. I'm glad you're awake. Eat some breakfast, and shall we go on an adventure?"
We shall, Evie.
Yeah, and I gotta say, you look very well equipped.
Oh, well, thank you, Tomahawk. You know, it's been a while since I've been on a true adventure. My last month or so have been scouring through books and maps to find the location of this crypt. I don't know what's going to be there, but I know the relic is there, and if I know anything about the Shalelands, it'll probably be dangerous, and we all may die, but this artifact I'm looking for is worth countless sacrifices.
It's gonna have very heavy Lord Farquaad energy there. Uh,
Sacrifices? You mean we might,
I mean, if it depends on the dangers that are in the crypt. Some of these crypts are older than our any written record, and could be the tombs of ancient kings that we don't know about, or heroes of ages past, or just really anything. They're magical relics of great immense power to things that could destroy the planet. We don't know. The Shalelands are a very unique unique place, and the more time I spend out here, the more I actually honestly think that nobody should live here and nobody should explore these areas. But no, there's relics to be gathered and fortune to be had. I might as well take part in it.
yeah, for knowledge,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
I guess.
I just want to go fight some things and become an even better adventurer, be able to protect anyone from any bad stuff that comes out of those places that we're going.
Yeah, me too. And I gotta save up for an engagement ring.
Maybe we
What
can
is
find
that?
a rock in there.
Ooh, you bring up a good point. All right, let's go.
Dagonoff, did you have something?
As we're kind of like going along, um, Mr. Scout,
Yeah.
how come every time I see Evie, my chest hurts?
Ah, you see,
I'll put my arm around him, almost as if I'm taking him under my wing.
young Daganov, there's this thing that women can do to men, and it's very insidious, and we don't know how it works just yet, but every man is equipped with this weakness, and every woman is equipped with this strength. And I'm not sure how to explain it, but they control your every movement.
But Simon's sister doesn't do that to me.
She does that to me.
Oh.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going this way, I think, right, guys? Yeah.
Oh, hi, Simon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll get it. Trust me. You find yourself a fair lass, and you'll find that you'll be willing to go to just about any lengths to do whatever she wants. Even if she just wants a burrito, you'll dive into the deepest of barrows and fight the most fearsome undead just to get her a burrito.
That sounds
sounds
extremely
horrible.
reasonable.
Yeah, it's really stupid, honestly. I don't know why we're like that. It's kind of dumb. But most of us can't help it.
Well, Evie, if you need a burrito, I think Mr. Scout will get you one.
Uh, 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 not so on the nose there, Dagonoff.
Oh, not on your nose though.
Oh gods.
I'm just gonna like,
Oh, what's that? Oh, a blue jay. Wow.
I'll just kind of like trail off.
And she leans over your guys' table and says, "Well, I am going to go talk to Grim and grab a few of my other things, and I will meet you at the far gates of town in, let's say, about an hour."
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. You guys finish up breakfast and head out towards the gate, meeting Evie Spells, and she seems to have quite the pack with her now, and you can see all kinds of implements and tools using for surveying and a scroll case and markers and chalk and all those kind of things that you would think somebody, would probably bring with them. And she throws a bag over to Tomahawk and says, "Will you carry this for me, dear?"
Oh, of course. And I'll just throw it over my back.
Well, if Tim had anything correct to say, we must venture to the far side of this canyon here, and then to the north a little bit. Shall we go?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Perfect. And you guys head out from Shadesfield. A day or two goes by. You guys have not really run into much. You've seen evidence of goblins and wolves and things that could harass you were you to come upon them. And you get to an area, and off in the distance is a rock formation that looks like a hand is coming out of the ground. You can easily count what looks to be 5 kind of rocks that are shaped like fingers. One looks like it is broken off, and it looks like it is reaching towards the sky, as if somebody dead or dying is reaching up towards the sun. And Evie spots it and goes, "Ah, yes, that is the dead hand I've been told about."
Have we heard anything about the dead hand formation when we were in the adventure guild, kind of asking around about the area?
Roll me general knowledges.
All of us?
Yeah.
12. Oh, I suck.
Ew, 11. I suck more.
Don't worry, guys. I'm knowledgeable. No, I'm not.
I would say that you may have heard kind of the myth that surrounds it, kind of the fairy tale story that it was once a giant who ruled over these lands and was slain, and that is kind of the last remaining part of him, that whatever mystical curses this Shalelands can toss on somebody is petrified, his kind of last grasp to life kind of thing. But other than that, yeah, you've just kind of heard the myth and the fairy tale.
Miss Evie, what do you know of this dead hand?
Well, what I've heard, she relays the story back. She goes, "But from what I understand of these places and some of these kind of points of interest that people have gone out to, it's all hearsay. It's just a strange rock formation. Maybe it was an old statue of some kingdom long forgotten or something like that, but I don't think it holds any merit truly. But if the crypt is around here, maybe it is the crypt to this giant. I guess if those stories have any sense of truth to them. Now we are looking for," and she turns a piece of paper to you and shows you a smaller rock formation that seems to have runes on it. She goes, "It's supposed to be around here somewhere. I'm looking for this rune specifically, and I can easily find the entrance if I find these runes. So let's spread out and help me look for them."
Spread out. I was told that was like the last thing you want to do in one of these things.
Well, I mean, we can see quite a distance from one another here. I mean, don't go into any caves or anything, but at least spread out a little bit, cover more ground.
I think you're mixing up spread out and split up, Tama.
Maybe. All right. As long as I keep you within eyesight, I can't bear the thought of anything horrible happening to you, Evie. Even though I would never let it.
Well, I guess that would be true. Your adventure wouldn't be complete if something happened to me, so that I understand your worries.
Yeah. So maybe you should, stick by my side.
Well, if we went in groups, somebody would be left out.
Fine.
Can everybody roll me the long movement check
Yeah,
Long movement.
or long distance
long
movement?
distance.
Yeah.
movement, Yeah.
Oh.
Is this the only thing I
Yuck.
can roll good on?
I guess so. I
Better
would
than-
think that I would have like at least some sort of a bonus from like my levels in Scout. It's not.
So long distance movement is basically like a human trait, and it's just like a general skill. It's not even.
Yeah, and this was really just to see if you're fatigued at all from any of the traveling, and I put this one pretty low because it hasn't been rough travel, so you are all fine in that regard. About an hour or two passes, and everybody roll me an observe. See who finds this thing.
19. See, this has our scout level. Ooh, rough.
Can't find
Hey.
it.
Ish. Declan.
Yeah.
You are kind of jumping in and out of this one little area, and you see this ruin that Miss Evie was looking for. It's on this big rock, this kind of circular rock that is 2 or 3 feet in diameter and quite thick, and it's just kind of sitting above maybe a hole or something kind of in the ground.
I kind of try to wave at people. Tama, Dragonov, Simon, Miss Spells.
And as it's like you turn around and Evie is right there. You didn't hear her come up to you. You didn't see her walk your direction. She is basically standing over you as you are leaning down or kind of trying to get everybody else's attention. He goes, "You found it." She sort of pushes you out of the way and is now grabs some tools and is kind of uncovering area. She goes, "Don't just stand there. Help me get this off. This is the entrance. This is kind of like a trap door."
Okay.
Wait, a trap?
I do whatever
Well-
she tells me to do.
Yeah. Go ahead and I'm gonna have you roll a strength endurance.
Strength
Declan.
endurance.
Yeah.
Pretty good at that.
That's my worst skill.
I would say so. Where's my buzzer? Being Bradston. Yeah, so you get a 19 on your strength endurance roll, and after a moment or two, you sort of maneuver this thing off enough for it to kind of turn and fall, and you are looking into a pit. Even with the sunlight, you can't quite tell how far it drops down into the darkness. But Evie kind of looks up at you, and her eyes for a moment have a seriousness you have not yet seen of her. She goes, "Quickly, gather the ropes and get the torches out of my pack. We need to get down there now."
Okay, so I go do whatever she tells me to do.
Yeah, I'll help.
Perfect. And she takes kind of like a little right. She pulls something out of her pack, and it's like this little metal ball. It chimes a little bit, almost like a bell, and she drops it down into this hole. And a couple seconds later, she seems to be counting. You hear the chime, kind of like cha-ching, cha-ching, come back up, and she goes, "Oh, it's not that far. It's about 30 feet deep." She looks at you and goes, "Tomahawk, would you be so kind to be the first one down?"
Of course. And I tell you what, you keep hold of the torches. I can see pretty well in the dark.
And
Perfect.
I'll do my best to try and be as quiet as possible, believing that whatever's down there didn't hear us like yelling and screaming up top. Might I make a stealth check?
Sure.
I'm going to be holding on to his rope as
See,
tight
I
as
feel
possible,
like-
just in case.
Am I doing focus, endurance, or reflex?
Focus.
$17.
Right. Do some stuff here. You drop down tomahawk, and as you touch the ground, you kind of land in a little bit of water, and it sort of ripples, and this bioluminescent kind of green-blue kind of fills this cavern you're in, and the rest of you up top can kind of almost see that light come up, and it kind of fills the room with like this dim bioluminescent glow, and you can tell it's from like the algae and the moss that is all over this little pond that is down here. The rest of you shimmy down the rope, and this is the room you are in. And you don't hear anything. You hear the echoes of your own footsteps, and you hear your own breath, and it is cold in this crypt. Colder than really anything you've probably been in a while. A shiver kind of goes down your spine, and everybody roll me a 6th sense.
Dun, dun, dun. He was dead the whole time. I think you just got it.
Took me a minute.
Everybody who got a 15 or higher, the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you, for a moment, as you're kind of adjusting to this place, you hear like scratching, kind of echoing down the hallways towards you. And that is where we're going to end the episode, as you entered the Forgotten Crypts.
I don't like the sound of that.